Do 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 do. I'm fucking sick of walking. I'm fucking sick of it. Oh, I do like the animation on that. Anyway. So, yeah, I'm tired of walking around this hangar. It's pretty and everything. I mean, there's lots of... there's gonna be a fucking necromorph in here somewhere, but... I'm sick of walking. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the elevators and the lifts and the ships with all the stupid bugginess. I'm gonna drive. It's time to go wild. So here we go. We're gonna have a look at another ship. Once again, in my brother's hangar on the test universe. So here we go. So, right, this is, by the way, this is the first time I have driven this fucking thing. Oh my god, the controls. Oh, okay. Oh shit. Oh. Okay, right. Let's go park it up. There we go. Handbrake turn. Well, by that I mean as in it just came to a dead stop almost immediately. Right. Right now. This is the Constellation, and this is one of the, I'd say one of the most iconic ships of Star Citizen. It's certainly what they would like people to imagine when they think of the game, or when they want to use promotional material for it. Yeah, this is up there as probably one of the most liked and wanted ships by fans of the title, and you can see why. It looks stunning. I believe it's by... was this an RSI ship? I thought this was... for some reason I thought this was an Aegis ship. But no, it's clearly a RSI vessel. This is... I believe this is actually the bog standard version, whereas the Freelancer last time was one of the specials. This is the... I think this is the standard one. If I've got that wrong, I'm sure someone will correct me on that. So... let's see, this is... Has anyone ever seen the show Crushers? Have you ever seen the anime? It's going back a while. It's probably like the late 80s. But they had this big ship, and they had these little tiny fighters that would deploy. They had a red and a blue one, and this little Merlin, I think it's called a P-52, really reminds me of that. Just the idea of the two characters jumping in and flying out. But I get ahead of myself anyway, because yeah. This is quite a big ship. Yeah, go run, because the walk function is nice and everything, but just when you want to get somewhere, you know. Okay, so how we getting about KO in your head on the city. So compared to the Freelancer, much bigger inside, much larger, more impressive vessel. The only thing I've got against it is that this is all nice and everything, but it just, I don't know, maybe it's the lighting or something, or the colour, but it's just not very nice, really. Now this is different for one of the larger ships, but the buttons inside when your head isn't stuck on a girder, these buttons actually work, and so this is your drink/breakfast area. It just looks, I don't know, it's just something with the textures. It just doesn't look quite as refined, as you could say, like there might still be work needed on. It's still pretty, but yeah, there is something up with that. Now, this is... like the Freelancer, you've got your space bog. Is it 2 space bogs? No, space shower, space bog. Again, if you're claustrophobic, you will definitely not want to be in space. It's kind of interesting that the reflection is showing me outside. Okay, hold my glass. Who knows? So let's just close those. And yeah, these are your beds, which pretty swish little animation. I pressed the movement thing while I was getting in. Oh fuck. Oh god. Right, alright, okay, right. It warped me into the bed. So just beware, if you press the movement button while climbing a ladder, you will sort of slide into oblivion. Right, so this is the cargo area slash docking area, I guess you could say. As obviously for making other types of maneuvers. You got some lots of stowage. This will be your control for the cargo doors. I think yeah, you can go down there. It's not really any point in the video, but I don't think this door. Oh, it does. There we go. And this is your engine compartment. It's actually one of the few that I think allows you to sort of have a much more detailed engine section. Even the Retaliator doesn't have a particularly detailed engine bay, but this This is pretty swish. No idea if that'll open in the future. It might do. Who the fuck knows? Might have something to do with players maybe trying to steal a ship if they get on board, because obviously we have to be aware that in the Star Citizen universe, if you're playing with other players, you run the risk of being attacked by pirates, and the pirates can actually cut their way inside, and then there can be a little shootout inside, and then they can try and take over the vessel. So yeah, there might be like lots of little mini objectives that the attackers can achieve. I don't know. Be nice to see what they come up with, considering the first person module is actually quite close to being in a sort of public test variant for everyone. This is, it's like a mini seat stowage section. So as you could probably see from the outside, there are turrets. If I get this right without it freaking out. Yes, so there we go. And this is how you get into the top turret. So it's pretty nice. Plus, it's giving me the ability. Ah, that's sweet. So let's have a look at that from the outside. So yeah, this will pop up a little if you were watching it from another vessel. It'll actually like lift up a bit, and then yeah, you'd obviously have like a 360-degree view, being able to rotate, fire at targets behind you. You can see that this isn't a tiny vessel. This is quite big as well. Not as big as the Retaliator, but it's certainly as detailed, and definitely a cool looking ship. I know it's been referred to as Star Citizen's Millennium Falcon, having the same kind of idea of a kind of worn down yet reliable vessel that's capable of performing multiple roles. You know, whatever you really want it to be, it can be. Jack of all trades type ship, I guess. Still very cool looking vessel. So let's drop down from there. Give that rather cool animation, like the blast doors to protect the pilot or the crew member, I suppose. So now I think you fuck around with, I think it's this button maybe, brings up the lower seats. Yeah, there we go, and then you can get into the gun on the underside of the vessel. It's really nice animations. I like the fact they've got some sound effects in there now for the parts as well. Just really adds to the immersion when you be playing. Obviously, I don't think the view be obviously quite as spectacular down here, but again, you know, it actually unfolds. All the blast plates unfold, so they reveal the gun and it goes down. So you've got a fairly good field of view and fire to protect yourself from incoming vessels. Probably Vanduul will probably be your main threat, I imagine, at first for most players. You'll certainly be familiar with them after the single player portion of the game is over. Those animations are really nice getting in and out. I know the videos of the ship have been around for a while now. There's probably nothing new that people haven't already seen. It's just I personally haven't had a look at it, and it's nice to be able to have a look at this vessel with the full 16:9 aspect ratio instead, because it's the only way really to do it justice, because it is a really pretty ship. And again, it's another one of those vessels that you can tell that the crew really put a lot of time and effort into just to make it look right. Just for the, look at this, for the captaincy, it's really sweet. Again, nice field of view. I assume this is some kind of sci-fi glass, right? That doesn't just like shatter at the first thing that hits it once the shields go down. So, like the other multi-crew vessels, I mean, you're looking at a crew of at least 6, I'd say. You know, the 2 gunners, the pilot, 2 co-pilots, or whatever stations they fulfill, and yeah, top and bottom gunner, and then you're probably going to have a couple of people who are going to be doing other tertiary things. You know, they're going to be keeping an eye on things in the cargo hold, or they're going to be sleeping, or maybe someone's piloting the Merlin. I don't know if there is a way down to the Merlin. If there is, I don't think they've actually revealed that yet. It might have something to do with down here, who knows. But yeah, that's actually one thing I did forget to do then. Let's have a proper look at the ship from the outside. Let's find the key. Right. zoom out from there? Yes, we can. So again, sense of scale, you can see that it's very small. The actual player avatar is quite small, and just again, the detail on it is really fucking cool. It looks... It's got this really, I don't know, it's hard to describe. I like the angular sort of design to it. There's no sort of smooth edging, everything is kind of, you know, oblique angles and stuff. You almost imagine that it's done as kind of to deflect it, incoming ballistics, that kind of thing. See, it's very cool profile to the ship. I do know the engines changed their position as well when it's in flight. This is obviously just for when it's landed, and that's why you can see the gear on the rear section of the engines there. But I do know that they kind of fold back, and they give the ship a much more slimline silhouette when it's in flight. And I think a couple other bits and pieces open. I think these things on the side are manoeuvring thrusters, possibly. I think the flaps open, and they are used either for atmospheric when landing, or possibly when you're just in normal spaceflight. Is there anything else that I remember from this? If there is, I've probably forgotten it. I don't know if any of those things. These might actually flip out. They look like they flip out. They look like they might actually rotate. Who knows? They look like they're designed to. I'm gonna say yes, which is probably wrong, as I do not know my Star Citizen as well as some people out there. And if I have missed anything or got anything wrong, you just make sure to let me know in the comments. Who's a pretty boy then? So yeah, that was the Constellation. A very cool ship, and again, it comes in several different variants that fulfill different roles. I know there's like a luxury version that has like a fucking bar. It wouldn't surprise me if it's got a swimming pool or some shit in it. It's very swanky looking, and there's I think there's like a deep space exploration variant, and a couple of others after that. It's one of the first ships I know that will set you back a significant portion, at least $250. At least that's what I semi-remember it being before the VAT increases. So you could be looking at more for one of these, but pretty much it's a package deal. You may as well buy that as the package rather than buying it as an individual ship, because you'll be getting a lot more for your investment there. If it's a hell of a lot to ask for a vessel to get in on Star Citizen, but if you really like everything that they're saying they're going to have in the game, then this will probably be a very good starting point for you, because as I said, it's kind of a jack of all trades. If you want it to be, it can run multiple roles, and you know, if you've got a few friends who you want to get into the game, this is a pretty good way of saying, what do you think? And you know, they might invest at the basic level just so they can have the ability to have a have a little run around on your sweet ass Constellation, and you know, man those turrets, shoot down some AI fighters, and do some cargo runs, and just, you know, just have the immersion, because that is one of the main things they're going for, is the immersion. And yeah, this game's got it. I would really like to be able to see that. That must be what the back end bit for the engine is. Sorry, that's like a tube, so that must open up and that takes you down to the thing. Yeah, okay. Weird purple colour for it. I don't dislike it, but again, it just does remind me of the Crushers. Look it up. It's an anime. It was good for the time. It had the Locust in it. Yeah, see, I always get a tie into MechWarrior. That's what I gotta do. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Crystal Rocket signing out.